Day 52. 'Tisn't Min beneath the trees today. It was bucketing down. I did try. Shall we start on protecting the trees? Yes, and also how we move the beings to safety, Matilda said. That's easy, Lorelei squawked. Anything with wings, no matter how small, that can travel the distance from the existing canopy to the new forest canopy should be recruited to fly the beings to safety. An air force of flappers. Matilda seemed pleased with this notion, a hint of smile playing about her lips. Odin buzzed. I'll marshal the four-winged flappers. Lorelei can captain the feathered flappers. Perhaps the four-winged flappers could be taught to swarm like we do. That could make a massive number, couldn't it? That could move a massive number, couldn't it? Bilbo added. What a remarkable possibility. Why not all the feathered flappers too? Fiddlin asked. Are there caves in the walls of the valley? I wondered if some should be transported there if they're very delicate. After all, the heat from the fire will be very intense in the confines of the valley, Radian suggested. Sharp thinking, Radian, Min said. Yes, said a spotted sticky pad who'd been listening in with a number of the other creatures. Not just the delicate beings. We cold-blooded creatures will need protection from the heat too. I've been stressed about that, Dendrilla list. I can imagine, Dendrilla, Min responded kindly. The first idea was to hide the young forest, and that extended into camouflaging them from the fearsome like we did with our blanket. You suggested a spinner's web, Cassian, Min said. What are your thoughts, Nephilim? I believe we have the answer for that, and it's not as difficult as you might think, he answered. On the rare occasions the river Mica has flooded, the spinners in the valley have saved themselves and many others too, I might add, by creating a billow pillow. Billow pillows? Priska inquired. Like clouds? Yes, a good comparison. They look quite a lot like puffy clouds. Every spinner throws one single strand of special silk which billows out. The silk is lighter than air, so it floats high into the trees and hooks onto leaves and twigs. And then these millions of strands mesh together for us to crawl to safety. They could also act as effective camouflage. That's incredible, Cassian said admiringly. Would it be enough to hide the whole of the New Forest, do you think? And in what time? Oh, yes, most certainly, Cassian, Nephilim replied, and more too. In terms of time, as long as it takes to assemble the millions of spinners in the right place and for them to release their threads. Easily done. He waggled all 8 orange legs in a gesture of triumph. Could the spinners make the threads brown or grey so the billow pillars looked like a rock? Fitlin asked. Such a clever question, Min eyed Fitlin with admiration. It's possible. Our diet determines the colour of our threads. We could alter our eating patterns for a short while. We've never had to do it before, but needs must, Nephilim agreed. Perhaps given the lack of time, it would be good to assemble the teams for each strategy as we go, Min suggested. I'd be honoured to work with you, Nephilim, Cassian said. Who wants to join Cassian and Nephilim in Team 1, Min asked. I should, but please don't be offended, Nephilim. The thought of millions of spinners is a little bit confronting, Rose had said, looking mildly green. Nephilim pulled back his hairy head, bared his long fangs, and howled with mirth. Otlin and all the creatures joined in. That's hilarious, Rose said. The best belly laugh I've had for ages with all this misery about. Clearly the idea of Illumin's fear of spiders amused him. While Rose had turned scarlet, it buoyed morale to enjoy a moment of lightness. As the laughter quietened, Priska spoke up. Could I join you both? I've always been a bit fascinated with spinners. The pleasure's all mine, Nephilim beamed. You'll need me to make sure my troops don't eat yours, Nephilim, Kooks cackled. Not so much pleasure having you on our team, Cooks. Yes, for the moment, keep us safe while we have a job to do. Awesome, this is progress. We have Team 1, Min said. But still foremost in her mind was how to save the older trees. Would it work for the whole forest, she asked. I'm not sure whether we could muster the energy to manufacture 2 strands. Perhaps if we had enough food, a store of tasty blizzos, for example. Leave. I hadn't considered an extermination factory for blizzos. That's awful, Min's brain whirred. Worry about that later, Min. You have to see the whole picture first. This might not need to be your decision alone anyway, Flick advised. Good call. She needed focus, not the distraction of dying blizzards. Chapter 32. Not Without a Fight. Eco 6, late morning. Already late morning. Time was warping. Min clicked her fingers nervously and chewed on her bottom lip, her thoughts racing. There's way too much more to do. How are we going to get it done? How do I lead everyone through it? She looked at Ottlin for comfort. He puffed out his chest and swelled his cheeks. He's smiling at you, Flutter said. What more do you need than a Megal smile to put a lid on your stress and keep going? Flick asked. Flick was right. It was all she needed. Shinare swirled her branches. How remarkable that you have a plan and a team in place already to camouflage the younger forest. This is just the kind of thinking we had hoped for, she said, speaking for the first time since the meeting convened. Min's answer mirrored her resolve. We have much more to do. Our plan to safeguard the younger forest doesn't take into account saving the older forest, and especially the older trees. What about the irrigation idea? Fitlin asked. If we can keep the older forest trees wet, they might stand a better chance of surviving the fires. If there was a way to get water to the canopy, that could help, Fitlin. The truth is, nothing is a match for a fireball bombing Scissorlord, Ottlin said. The trees directly in the path of the north entry where we stand have less of a chance once the fires arrive, Gladwell advised. Perhaps you should concentrate on the middle-edge trees towards the south of the valley. I want to save you too, Min said quietly, determination tempering the steel in her resolve. I've got an idea. A reader was jumping up and down like a wee ning. There's a small lake among our desert dunes. In a storm, even though it's shallow, it becomes agitated. It starts with tiny waves in the center, and as they roll outward, they gather momentum and become enormous waves that crash into the dunes. It's awesome. Could you speak to Micah, Min? Might it be possible for her to rock from side to side to create a wave big enough to drench some of the trees closer to the banks when the fireballs hit? She asked. Before Min could express her elation at the possibility of saving at least some of the older trees, Matilda cried out, Arita, that's an outstanding concept. Well done. It was the first time Min and the others had heard anything like enthusiasm from her. Arita's mouth dropped open. Thank you, Matilda, she stammered. And I hope to see you beneath a tree tomorrow.